Good evening. I thought tonight we'd make some vegan beef stew without the beef. I'll put about 5, maybe 6 pounds of these white potatoes in the pot, covered them with water. I'm going to let them sit and soak to absorb the water, make the potatoes a little bit more crisp. Let them soak for about 2 hours. Well, the potatoes soaked for right at 2 hours. They're a little crisper now. They feel a little firmer. They've absorbed some water. So now we'll go ahead and we'll bring the water up to a boil. After it gets to a boil, we'll set the timer for 20 minutes. Okay, while the potatoes are cooking, we need to go ahead and cut a couple of onions. Cut the ends off to the compost pile. Cut them down the middle and peel them. It makes it a little bit easier to peel. Get them both peeled off. Okay, we want to cut these in very thin slices, and we want to cut them longwise. You want to cut them pretty much as thin as you can. You don't want to cut yourself. You're not allowed to cut yourself, because when you do, a lot of times you got to go to the hospital, and that's not going to be fun. Always cut slowly when you get by your fingers. Learn how to use a knife. As thin as you can. These are just thin slices which are going to the beef stew. As soon as it gets wobbly, roll it over to where it's not wobbly and then cut. And then cut slow by your hands. One onion. Going to put 2 onions in. Another onion. Going to put in some green onions. We have 4 green onions or scallions. Cut the ends off. These are fair size. Look and make sure that the greens are all reasonably clean, because you're putting them all into your stew. I think we'll get rid of this one right here. Okay. First, cut our onions down the sides. And cut on each one. The length of it, put them together, and once again, thin slice. We want to cut everything as thinly as we can. Thinly sliced. The thinner you cut your vegetables, the more flavor you get from them. Whoops, wrong pan. Those tops are okay, they could be in there. Yeah, we'll leave those. We'll put those in. Never wipe your blade with your finger, you'll cut yourself. Don't do as I do. Another onion. Also, I thought we'd just put 1 tomato in. Once again, we'll kind of thin slice this one. Okay. Okay, that's kind of diced up a little bit. This will go into our beef stew. Go ahead and get a little bit more of this tomato, a little bit bigger pieces, and we'll just put the larger pieces in. Okay, that's it. That's our vegetable mix for our beef stew, vegan beef stew. We're pretty much up to a boil now. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for 20 minutes. We'll let these boil for 20 minutes. The potatoes are boiling. Timer's still going. We need to wait. While we're doing this, we need to make our sauce for our beef stew. This is a plastic container I got from the Chinese grocery, or actually the Chinese restaurant. This is the soup cup. I use this because the top goes on it because we have to shake it. We have to shake our sauce to make sure everything is dissolved. The sauce is very simple. Sauce is 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of oat flour. I use this instead of cornstarch. I just like it, just makes it a better texture, I think, for beef stew. Heaping tablespoons, 2 heaping tablespoons of oat flour. Okay, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of white powder. That's 1/3 of this tablespoon, so that's pretty close right there. White flour. Then we want to put in 3 tablespoons. This is mushroom flavored dark soy sauce. You need the dark soy sauce. 1, 2, and a phone call, 3. Okay, 3 tablespoons of the dark soy sauce, 5 tablespoons, this is vegetarian mushroom oyster sauce. I want 5 tablespoons of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we just need to shake it till everything's blended. This is our thickening sauce that we'll use. These are our cut veggies for our beef stew. This is our sauce for the beef stew. Once again, we're just waiting on the potatoes. They take 20 minutes. There we go, finishing up. Okay, turn off the fan. Okay, we need to drain the potatoes. Over. Okay. Let the water cool the pan on the stove. Okay. Alright, potatoes, you go ahead and put our beef stew together. Here are the drained potatoes. Put them back into a pan. We want to add all of our veggies into the pan. We want to add 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water. Okay, and we need to bring it up to a boil now. Turn it up on high. And as soon as we get that water boiling, we'll get ready to make our sauce. Okay, we've got it just up to a boil now. Just going to steam them just for maybe 1 minute. Okay, that's good. Take our sauce, shake it last couple times, just make sure it's blended well. Open the sauce jar, pour the sauce in. Bring it to a boil. Now you just want to stir a little bit. Stir it up. There we go. Bring it to a boil. We'll be through in just a minute. It's starting to look pretty good. What we're doing, as we bring it back to a boil, the oat flour acts as a thickener, and it thickens the gravy, the beef stew gravy. This is just like beef stew without the beef. Coming up to a nice boil. And now we'll turn it off. We're through. And we can put some on a plate. Okay, we're finished, and there's our vegan beef stew without the beef. Try it, and I think you'll be surprised. Need to eat this at the table. We can't eat this sitting on the couch. It's too good.